evening, folks. My name is Deidre Allen. I'm currently studying at North Texas in the pursuit of my bachelor's in applied art and science. And I'm also a full time manager, a part of a distribution center. And at this moment in time, I have kind of entertained possibly changing careers and making a career move. And I know a few of my colleagues and also peers have expressed their interest in changing jobs and kind of networking in the job market. And right now, we're at a unique or in a unique situation due to the pandemic. There's a lot of concerns that we might have, but this presentation that I've developed for you this evening will touch bases on some of those concerns that you might have going into a job market with disabilities or concerns about what's needed and what to look for. So this is basically a guideline to help you make those moves. And I appreciate you giving me this time to share what I've learned in my research in making a career move. So further, Jordan, let's start. Career paths, making a career move. Just a couple of objectives that I want to touch base on before we begin, or just a segue to begin the presentation. But we'll start with what to consider making a career transition. Evaluate or research the organization mission statement. What are core values and how did they impact the work morale? Applicants with special needs and accommodations, salary, compensation package, and personal growth and advancement opportunities. Evaluate your reasoning. Evaluate your career's direction plays a major role in your final decision. It is in your best interest to organize your thoughts and process them to ensure that you make a rational and sound transition. Marian Mai, an editor of Morgan McKinley, released an article, How to Explain Reasons for You Leaving Your Previous Job, provides applicants with a few reasons for pursuing other career opportunities. And those reasons for pursuing other career opportunities as listed. Number one, a better career perspective, personal growth, and job opportunities. Number two, desire a change in career direction. And number three, interest in new challenges at work. Establishing what you're looking for. Establishing what you're looking for is one of the most challenging career decisions to make. There are a couple of factors professionals need to consider when seeking other job opportunities. BalanceCareer.com published an article about the fall of 2020 survey that consisted of jobless and midlife men and women. All participants of the survey consisted of both men and women as well. Surprisingly, this survey revealed 5 reasons applicants desired a career change. And we're going to go from the highest to the lowest. Landing at number 1 was 47% didn't like the fact that it wasn't getting paid well and left their company for 47%. 39% was too stressful. And 37% better opportunity or better work-life balance, what they were in the pursuit of. And then 25% desired a new job challenge, and 23% no longer had a passion in the field that they worked in. The organization mission statement. Another factor an applicant should strongly consider before applying or proposing a job offer is the organization's mission statement. The organization's mission statement is a roadmap that informs the applicant about the organization's expectations and intentions. The mission statement also describes direction and vision of the organization's goals and purposes. According to Glassdoor.com, 79% of adults across four countries, that's the US, UK, France, and Germany, would consider a job's mission and purpose before applying. Core values. An organization's core values is another important aspect to consider when seeking a career change. Make sure that you take the time to research the organization's values to ensure that their values align with yours. The NPS Gov defines what are core values. Core values of an organization are those values we hold, which forms the foundation on which we perform and conduct ourselves. Here are a few examples and explanations for core values. Number one, govern personal relationships. Number two, articulate what they stand for. Number three, help explain the hows and the whys of the organization's operations. Number four, provide guidance and organization's growth. And number four or five, uh, reward and recognition. Excuse me. Compare the organization's culture. An organization's culture plays a significant role as well whenever applying and declining a job offer. The type of organization's culture plays a pivotal role in your future with the company. So before making that final decision, do your research of the company's culture. So you might be wondering, what is an organization culture? An organization's culture is the impression of the employee or the employee's impression of the job workplace atmosphere. According to HBR, or Rebecca Knight published an article entitled How to Tell If a Company's Culture is Right for You. Examine organization's cultural and how to evaluate your future employer. She offers a few suggestions. Interview your prospective colleagues. So if you get a chance to get on with an organization within a certain time frame, you should make that your priority, is to see how the culture is within the workplace. Number two, do a test run. We all have heard about the 90-day probationary period. Usually that plays in the favor of the employer simply because they can see whether or not if they want to make an investment with you for 90 days, and if so, they will keep you on and make you full time, and if not, they can decline and walk away, and there's no ties lost there. However, I think it's a huge opportunity for you to see whether or not if you are invested in that company along to stay past that 90-day probationary period. Get to know your boss. During the course of your stay there, or even if you're with an existing company and you're looking to move up, it's a great opportunity to engage your manager to see the expectations of what he or she is expecting of you, and then what expectations you have for him or her as your supervisor, or even your future supervisor. That's another challenging avenue that you could take to see whether or not if you want to make that as a permanent residence. And also interview outsourced sources. There's a couple of ways to do that. Most organizations have a media platform that they use to network and get their business out. So a couple of common network or social mediums would be LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Instagram, Facebook. A great way to outsource different information about the organization's culture and be introspective. Salary and compensation package. Before making that career move, consider the salary and compensation package. The total compensation package usually determines whether or not if you want to accept an offer or decline an offer. According to Glassdoor.com, an article that they published not too long ago entitled why do workers quit, and what are the factors that predicts employment turnover, states that 26% of employees would stay with their employers, while 71.1 will pursue other job opportunities with other competitors. And so another, should I say, global career builder also weighed in on this debate as well about employment and employment turnover. They stated that uh, professionals seeking other job opportunities should consider the uh, total compensation, the worth of their benefit package, and the costs associated with a certain job and other factors. They show lesser paying jobs and better value. So that's something to really consider whenever looking for a job. But here's a couple of compensation package too you can discuss with your employer and negotiate with your future employer in case you're looking for other job opportunities. As listed: health and wellness, insurance, discounts, savings programs, FMLA, tuition reimbursement, and travel expenses. Personal growth and advancement. So let's just say you have made that final move, or you are in a new role within your existing company. There's a lot of things that's going through your head while you're trying to build that career path. You want to take this time, a moment of self-reflection, to establish what you want your personal growth to look like, and your excuse me, your professional advancements, to see whether or not if they are easy to accomplish, or would it be a challenge to accomplish. So here's a few steps you want to begin taking um, in towards building that new career path. Create a vision. Can you see yourself growing with the company? Can you see yourself doing other things with the new company? How can you vision your growth there at that company? Two, set and develop a plan. Set some goals, set some targets. See whether or not if you're able to achieve those targets. Put deadlines on your targets just to see whether or not if you're capable of achieving them within a time frame. Number three, track your progress. Keep a journal or a log. Any feedback that you get from coworkers, or any constructive feedback that you can get from either your coworker or your current manager, you can basically document that progress and see what rooms of improvement you have, or things that you can just continue to do. And then number four, review your plan regularly. There's so many different ways of keeping yourself reminded of looking at your goals. You don't want to micromanage yourself, but you also want to make sure that you're keeping your progress current, and that you're evaluating it, and looking at it, so that you are gauging your process in either the new role that you have, or with the new company that you decide to go with. So a lot of those steps are very beneficial whenever you're in a new role, or even with a new company. A lot of applicants have various challenges, whether it be a mental challenge, or a physical challenge, or even an intellectual challenge. There's so many challenges that we are faced with whenever we're going into a new career advancement, or even growing with the company. But for those applicants that have special needs, I also have some insight for you as well, and also some information that I would like to share that I believe that would be beneficial to you as well. So applicants transitioning from a new role, or I'm sorry, transitioning into a new role, or applying for a new role, might experience a few challenging obstacles. When applying for a position, make sure that the organization can provide assistance and compensation to, or accommodations, excuse me, to ensure that you will be successful in that new role and as a representative of the organization. According to SHRM, A ADA covers employers with 15 or more employees, including state and local environments. So ADA plays a huge role in someone that might have a special need. You need to have the different resources in order for you to be successful in that role. Access to different facilities within a certain amount of space, and then access to use some of the office materials and equipment, so then you can make that job easy for you as well, and easy for anyone else that has special accommodations. The JAN, which is the Job Accommodation Network, is a leading expert that provides great guidance and accommodation information for workplaces and employers and employees that have special needs or disabilities. So there's an avenue that you can reach out for any extra advice or any extra guidance if you are an employee or a professional that's seeking job interest with special needs. So just a recap, again, you want to consider what kind of career transition you want to make. Do you want to move up in the company that you're in, or are you ready to step out into the job network? Research and evaluate the organization statement. The mission statement, again, focuses the roadmap and the direction of what the company is going into. So you want to make sure that you're able to uphold that and adhere to that message, and stand up for that message as well. What are the core values? Get yourself familiar with the core values. Are they aligned with your own values? You don't want to get into an organization where you have to contest their values against your values. So make sure that they are balanced with yours before making that decision as well. For applicants with special needs, we went over that process. JAN is a good way to reach out. They provide expertise on special accommodations for those with any special needs. You don't want to ignore that. You definitely want to get on with an organization that can provide you those special accommodations if you need them. A salary and compensation package, that's really a big one. For those that have been in a network, like an essential worker as myself, you want to make sure that you're making a move that's going to be beneficial financially. You don't want to switch out a job for the job that you love versus the job that you don't love as much and lose out on money. Money might not be a big deal, but you want to make sure that you are financially sound. And then personal growth and advanced opportunities. Again, make sure that you are writing your goals down, what you see yourself 5 years from now with a company. Are you well invested in that company? Do you see yourself growing with the existing company, or see yourself walking out and venturing into new opportunities? So folks, I do appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to go over how to make those lateral moves or career changes. If you have any questions, you're welcome to check out my YouTube film. I have a lot of great information on that, and I also can provide you with some paperwork, or should I say my notes for this presentation, just in case you need a point of reference. Thank you